Has writing always been a passion for you?
Yes, writing has always been a passion for me. Although I had not done it publicly, it was primarily for private purposes and for people that I cared about. This was the first commercial effort for me.
For whom did you write this book?
Well, I wrote this book for everyone, but specifically more so for children and parents to be able to speak about important spiritual matters and to give them a kind of a venue and a platform to do that. So the poetry is very simple language to help any age to be able to understand it and enjoy it. But what I find is that adults are finding it to be more so than the children.
Why was the book important for you to write?
The book was important to me so that I could help more people. I have been doing the giveaway for my whole life, and the giveaway is great, but it kind of has a limited platform. So I wanted to get out there and be more commercially available to kind of get to a wider audience, and I think I have something to say that can help people, and I wanted to help more people.
What did you hope to accomplish by writing the book?
I hope to accomplish that I would help more people, that I would expose my work to a larger audience, and to be able to use the book as a platform for other kinds of communication tools, such as the app that I'm writing for the iPhone and the iPad, which will be out later next month.
What are your goals and aspirations for your book?
Well, my goals and aspirations for this book are to be the #1 on Amazon, and not only in its class, but in all books, as well as on the New York Times bestseller list. We're working on that. We're not quite there yet.
Tell us why you chose to self-publish the book.
I chose to self-publish because I wanted to get out there and be exposed. I wanted to do it quickly, and I wanted to do it with control about the creative platform. My format is somewhat unique, and I didn't want to spend a lot of time and energy trying to find the right literary agent or the right publisher. I felt that if I could get out there and be exposed, that would come to me, and that's exactly what happened.
Was the publishing experience what you thought it would be?
The publishing experience was a wonderful experience, and I would recommend it to anybody that has any aspirations to be an author, especially self-publishing, because that kind of teaches you a different discipline. I had to learn to become more detail-oriented than I had been in the past, just because much of the work is being done by you. I would recommend it to anybody that has writing aspirations.
Were there any surprises for you on the way?
There were no real surprises other than the amount of time and effort it took. Even though there was a lot of help along the way, it's all your responsibility, so you take on a different way of looking at it.
How did it feel to hold your book in your hands the first time?
When I first got the book in its printed format, it was an emotional experience, one that allowed me to kind of see something very different than what I had envisioned. And most of my work had been done online, so looking at it on a computer screen versus looking at it in your hands is a very different experience. It was wonderful.
How did you celebrate this achievement?
I celebrated this achievement by, when we got the book, I had a glass of wine with my wife, which is somewhat unusual since I don't drink, and it puts me right to sleep, but that didn't put me to sleep this time.
Congratulations on having your book picked up by Bellissima Publishing. Can you describe how you accomplished that?
Thank you very much. Yes, I was able to attract the right publisher, basically by doing what I had thought. So the self-publishing experience was exactly what I wanted, which was to get out there, be exposed, have a platform to speak from, and to be able to share my wares so that people could actually put it in their hands and see it. And so I had been doing that and promoting it on several social media activities, and Bellissima Publishing, the CEO of that, liked my work that she saw on the LinkedIn, and we made a connection, and she quickly got me on board, and we put out our second book.
What has been the biggest difference in going through the traditional publishing process and self-publishing your book?
The biggest difference is control and cost. You lose a little bit of control. Obviously the publisher has their format, they have their editing skills, they have their thoughts and vision about your work. So it's not all me, it's a collaborative effort. And the cost is very significant. since I didn't have to self-fund the actual printing of the book.
Can you give your fellow authors any book marketing or selling tips that have been successful for you?
The best way that I see to market the book, and it's a slow process, is through social media and other exposing tools. So I do post almost every day original content on several social media sites, which is a lot of work, but it's a growing audience. And I also invested in a publicist while I was self-publishing to take advantage of their expertise and to get exposed a little bit more. I was able to get TV interviews and various other things that are helping to expose the work.
What advice would you give to other authors that are considering publishing a book for the first time?
The advice that I would give other authors is do it. It's an experience that you will learn from. It's an experience that will be different than what you expect, and it's an experience that I absolutely think that you would enjoy.
What's next for you?
What's next for us is I have already published my second book through Bellissima Publishing. I've got several others in the work. I've got enough content to put 6 or 7 books more out without doing a thing other than picking which ones go and where. I've got another 400 paintings and 400 poems to put out there, and I'm putting together an app called Maya's Daily Meds, which will be available on the iPhone and the iPad probably next month, as well as selling prints and other products through Zazzle and online with Maya's image on it. My paintings are fairly unique, and they lend themselves to these kinds of products. I also am looking for the kind of sponsorship that allows Maya and me to visit special places like children's hospitals, hospices, and elderly care centers. We'd like to bring a little joy into their lives and leave a book behind. And Maya would love that.
Perfect. Okay, we're all good with the interview.
Excellent.
Yay.